Hey there. So, in today's short video, I'm going to discuss protein and why eating too much may be stalling your weight loss. So, I'm Michelle Clay. I'm a family nurse practitioner and I help patients to lose weight and to optimize their health and well being. Okay, so protein. Really began to make a headway as far as diet with the introduction of the Atkins diet way back in the 1960s. And then since then, it continues to make, headway as far as diets are concerned. Um, in the most recent years, there's a lot of protein focused diets like the Mediterranean diet, paleo, and then, of course, keto, which has been big recently. There are tons of protein products now, supplements, bars, shakes, powders, all those sort of things. So there's a lot of options available now, and specifically for proteins. So there's a lot of sources naturally for proteins. I think most people are familiar with these, but meat, of course, poultry, eggs, dairy, nuts and seeds, legumes, and of course, fish. So it's easy to eat plenty of protein for the most part. Protein is absolutely essential for a lot of different functions in the body. In particular, to weight loss, it is good for appetite suppression. Yeah, it takes your body more energy to break down protein, so that tends to make you feel more satisfied when you eat and you feel less hungry. It also, for that same reason, because it does take your body more energy to break it down than, say, carbs, it will boost your metabolism. So you can actually get a rise in your metabolism from eating protein. It also helps maintain your muscle mass. It's common when you're losing weight to lose fat and muscle. And so people are interested in losing the fat, not the muscle. So by making sure you do eat enough protein, it can help maintain that muscle mass and let your body just burn the fat. It's also essential for a lot of other functions that support weight loss, such as repair and growth of tissues. It's really important for your hormone production and balance and different enzyme activities. So, all of those things support weight loss or are important for it in that regard. It also is very helpful in controlling your blood sugar. So it helps keep your levels steady instead of having spikes and valleys. And that helps in particular with feeling hungry and also cravings, especially for sweet things. It also research suggests that it can increase your body's utilization of your stored body fat, which is the goal when you're losing weight. And so that overall helps improve weight loss as well. Okay, so I think it's pretty well known protein is good, but what happens if you eat too much protein? Can you eat too much protein? And actually, I think a lot of beliefs that I hear from my patients in the diet realm are that as long as you're eating protein, it's good. Like you just eat protein and you're going to be fine. But it's we're all familiar with too many carbs is bad, but also too many proteins can be bad as well. So to give you an example of kind of what happens in your body. Let's say your body is like a construction site, and this particular day, you've got a project going on, you need 20 workers to do that, but 200 workers show up and they're trying to work, they're running into each other, they're not able to use the equipment, you only have so much equipment, so people are standing in line, and your project's getting nowhere. It's completely inefficient. And that's sort of what it's like in your body. If there's too much protein available for the body's needs at the moment, it's like, I can't deal with this right now. We don't have a way to directly store protein. So, what your body does through a process called gluconeogenesis is it converts the protein into sugar and then stores it as fat. So, eating too much protein can be bad in that regard, and it can install your weight loss if you're eating too much of it. So, how much should you be eating, right? If you go online and look, you're going to find a ton of different opinions on that. And if you don't like what you hear, like this quote says, just wait a little while and you'll find something, keep looking, you'll find something else. So often I find that trainers and a lot of different calculators end up with a calculation that's well over 100 grams a day, which, if you're trying to lose weight, it can be difficult to eat that much protein. So just for an example, I looked up 3 different calculations based on my age, my height, and my current weight. And the American Dietetic Association gave me a range of 58 to 105 are my needs, which is quite a range. The CDC was even worse. It had 38 to 132. And then the WHO actually had 48, which is essentially pretty close to what I would say for myself as well. So what the calculator I use for my patients is from MD Plus, and I'm going to put a link below so you can go to it and figure out your own. It was developed by a pharmacist, Dr. Pai, I think is how his name is pronounced, and he did an extensive review of a lot of different scientific studies to develop an ideal body weight for depending on if you're a male or female and your height. So not what you weigh currently, but what ideally you should weigh for those variables, and then base the protein on that. So not what you are currently, but what you should be ideally, which gives you enough protein to do all the positive things we talked about that we need it to do, but also not so much that your body can't handle it at the moment and needs to store it away as fat. So his is the one that I like the best, and that's the one that I use with my patients. So for me, based on that goal, my daily protein goal is 48 grams. So you can see kind of the difference between the ones that I gave you earlier that I saw. And if I were to be eating 100 or more, that's about half of that my body would be storing away as fat, which is counterproductive when you're trying to lose weight. So there are some variances that need to be taken into account. For instance, if you go to the gym every day or frequently and lift weights, if you're a performance athlete, things like that, you are going to need more protein because you're doing things out of the ordinary. But normal activity person, this is a good starting point at least. So like I said, I'll leave the link below so that you can check that out for yourself. And I hope this was interesting and helpful to you. I appreciate you listening. If you like little short videos about health and wellness, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. And if you happen to live in Kentucky and you need help losing weight, you can reach out and let me know. Thanks.